Good evening, gentlemen. I'm recording this session. I'll record and put on the YouTube. Anybody have any problem, please do let me know right now. Otherwise, you can leave the meeting. I hope I'm clear, right? Okay. So the exercise which we're going to do is called Ppdt. I'm going to show you one picture, a hazy picture for 30 seconds. You have to observe that picture very carefully. After that, I'll give you 1 minute to write down the details. In details, you have to write the numbers of characters you have seen. What is their age, mood, and gender. Mood could be negative, positive, and neutral. Negative, you have to mark with a minus, positive with the plus, neutral with the O. Age, whatever you're perceiving. Okay. If you see a male, mark it as a M. If you see a female, mark it as a F. If you're not able to recognize gender, you're going to mark it as a P. After that, you will get 3 minutes to write in the story. So total, you'll get 4 minutes 30 seconds to wind up your story. In the course of story writing, you have to write what has happened in the past, what is going on in the picture, and what could be the likely outcome of it. What happened to Laksh? Laksh is stuck. Laksh, can you hear me? Okay, please stop writing. Put your pen down. Quick. And keep the story, the notebook behind your back. So, okay. So, gentlemen, I want Josh, energy. Okay, if I don't see it, बैंड बजा दूंगा आज. ठीक है. The next part is a narration part. Now, one by one, each and every individual have to narrate their story, and once the last person has their story, you have to start your discussion. During the course of discussion, you have to come up with a common group story, and you have to select a one leader who will give the group story to the assessors. All clear? Okay. This is just me assign you the order. Umesh, 1, Shubham, 2, Negi, 3, Rupak, 4, 5, Saurabh, 6, Raj, 7, Laksh, 8, Deepak, 9, Viral, 10, Achut, 11, Vivek, 12, Kshitij, 13, Sachin, 14, Ashutosh, 15, Sparsh Yadav. That's all. Okay, once the Sparsh with the story, you will have to start your discussion. All clear, guys? Sorry, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Umesh, please start your story. Go ahead. And yes, one more thing. And the thing is that you're not supposed to tell the name, this number of characters and all those. Directly, you have to start your story. What is the age, mood, gender? No need to mention that. Directly start your story. Okay? Start.
Okay, sir. From the picture, I perceived one character, and the main character of my story was Ram. He was a bus conductor, and as usual, he was on duty in Rajasthan Roadways, and the bus was passing through a deserted area, and the bus was full of passengers. He noticed that some gang members has hijacked the bus, and a lady was pointing gun towards him. He kept himself cool and waited for the right time. As the next turn came, he turned sharply to the bus so that the lady got disbalanced. He found that opportunity and grabbed the bus from the lady, and then with the help of passenger, he caught the gang member and handed them to police. He was happy that there was no injury to passenger and the passenger were safe. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. Sweta is a suspect in Delhi police. One day she got the human intel from one of the sources that bus of registration from from Haryana transporting the illegal drugs from to death. So she laid the Naka on board and she got the bus and then gun and told the subordinates to search for the illegal banned material provided hidden in the bus. So then they found the information right and they seized the vehicle and got other formalities done. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. Ram, who is a DTC bus driver, on a Monday evening around 10 p.m. decides to end his was ending his shift. He, along with the conductor, were moving back towards the parking spot for the bus. On the road in Mangalapuri, they saw a female on an empty road, so they decided to help her. They stopped the bus. As soon as the female entered the bus, she pointed a gun on the head of the driver, who was Ram, and asked the conductor for the money all the money they had. So Ram insisted that to the conductor that he should give the money to her as she had asked. So the conductor handed over all the money to the female, and then she left the bus.
Next.
Hind, gentlemen, from this one picture, I perceive Ramesh, who is on election duty, moving through a Naxalite area in Chhattisgarh. While he driving through the Naxalite area with election material, he suddenly found a girl shouting for help. He suddenly opened the door and found that girl was pointing gun on his head and demanded to return all the election material to her. But as Ramesh, as he was argued for that all the material not necessarily any important to her, but she persisted with her demand that all the material should be returned as quickly as soon as possible. As the story goes, the girl threatened to end her life.
Next.
Good evening, gentlemen. The story, from the picture, the story is like that. Ram and Sheila are the head boy and a head girl of the school, where the annual function is going to be held in the school. So they decided to take part in an annual function through a play, where they were going to participate in a play. So they decided the theme by taking advice from the teachers. The theme of their play was public awareness regarding safety. So they performed very well, and they show in their play how to be calm in such a, if they got stuck in such situation, and they did their play. They got appreciation from all the audience as well as teachers, and they also got the first prize for their play. Thank you.
I perceive one character. Rohan is a normal bus driver. One fine morning, he was traveling with the passenger. On the way, a gang hijacked his bus, and a member of the gang, the lady, pointing the gun towards the driver and asking for all the money. So driver asked for the conductor to hand out the money, and then they saved all the passengers, and the gangman left the passengers and driver. Thank you. The normal bus driver. One fine morning, he was traveling with the passenger. On the way, a gang hijacked the bus, and one lady of the gang asking for the money, all the money of the bus. The collected by the
Next.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Given
My story.
Deepak, I think it's my turn. So from the given picture, I perceived that there were a person named Raju and his friend who have just get into the bus while the bus was going for a short trip. Then and there, they decided to ask the money from the tourist on a gunpoint. One of his friend drive the bus, and the other one asked all the tourists to give them the money on a gunpoint. But there was a lady whose name was Ayushi. She was previously was from the NCC, and she was trained with the guns, and she know how to defend. Then and there, with his brave attitude, she fought with that person who was asking for the cash from all the passengers, and she fought with that particular person, and she was able to save the life and save the money of the passengers. Then with his gun, she went to the driver and she put a gun on his head and she asked her to stop. Then the driver was scared a bit and he stopped the bus. And with that responsibility, she called the police and she handed the custody to the police. After that, the local police, awarded her the awards and some money for her brave attitude. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. My story is about Mr. Mohan, who is a 50-year-old resident of Dwarka, Delhi. He is a theatre director and he is very much concerned about the women's safety in Delhi. So he thinks of organizing a theatre for his society. For that, he recruits the society members and all the youth members to take part in that theatre. And Mohan organizes that theater in the parks free of cost so that the women in that area would be able to see what the women's safety issues are, where in bus, where in metro, or either in the market area. So these kind of activities were organized by Mr. Mohan, and society loved that. They all received appreciation from the society, and it was also got viral on the YouTube. So he got appreciations from everywhere. Thank you.
Gentlemen, Priti was a range forest officer at Gir National Park. One day she got a news about one leopard going out of control and attacking each and every person got contact with it. So she decided to went at the latching place and got it unconscious. She picked up and went with his driver and shot that leopard with a air gun attached with the medicine. And then they picked up the leopard and rushed towards the hospital. They got the treatment of that leopard and got the reason behind it why it was so dangerous for the people. And they they then they gave some medicine to that leopard, and leopard got healthy within the 1 week of the time. And then after they freed the leopard into the Gir forest again. And she was very happy with her work, and everyone appreciated her decision at on point. Thank you.
Jai Hind, gentlemen. The action of my story is saving the passengers in situation of hijack. Ravi, 24, was a commercial pilot who used to fly some jet planes. One fine day, he was flying a plane from Kathmandu to Delhi, in which he had a good takeoff and stabilized the plane at 36,000 feet. Then he found some noise and found himself in a hijacked situation when a girl is pointing a gun towards him. He assured safety to his passengers and stayed calm. During this course of action, he also convinced the hijackers relating to the shortage of fuel, in which he also sent some distress signals to the Delhi airport and dumped some of the fuels. During this, the alarm was ringing, in which there was low fuel, and he convinced the hijacker to land in Delhi, where the energy commandos were waiting. As soon as they land in Delhi, the commandos entered and neutralized the threat, hence saving the passengers and the pilots. Thank you.
From the given picture, I perceived Seema, 24-year-old head officer police officer located in the remote area of Madhya Pradesh. She continues getting a report about robbery and theft from this particular route. So she decided to launch a undercover operation with his team. When she was launching the operation, in the meanwhile, the bus got robbed by the robbers. She with his team uh, took up the position, arrested all them, and Seema sat on the conductor seat and pointed the gun towards the driver because driver was also a part of the gang. She took the bus directly to the police station, arrested all of them, inquired about the previous robbery, and recovered all the material. And also, she spread awareness about the robbery, that what should do and what are don't in this situation. Later on, she secured the area fully. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. Action of the story is protecting the young girl from kidnapper. Radha is just joined police inspector in Rampur district, and while she found out that there was 7 kidnapping cases of young girls take place in her area, and she tried to catch the kidnapper, and she um, she dressed in civil dress, and she found that one man is approaching toward her in car, and he asked her to take a lift. She accepted and found that there is chlorofluorocarbon in his car, and her hunch was right, and he suddenly take out pistol and catch the kidnapper. And after that, all the 7 girls who was kidnapped are taken from his house, and police pressed her action, and she got the prize. Thank you.
Again, narrate your story, Shadish.
Radha is a police inspector in Rampur district, and one day she got the news that 7 girls are kidnapped in her area, and she tried to catch the thief. And one day she dressed in civil dress, and she walked in a road that was most prone to that kidnapping area. She found that one man was approaching toward her in car and asked her to take a lift, and she accepted the proposal and sit in his car. While moving in car, she found that there was chlorofluorocarbon in his car, and she think that this must be kidnapper, and she take out she take out her pistol and catch the kidnapper. Her hunch was right, and all the 7 girls were find in his apartment, and her courageous action was praised by everyone.
Again.
Thanks.
Again, repeat again. Fast.
Radha is a police inspector in Rampur district, and one day she got a news that 7 kidnapping cases are happened in her area. So she tried to catch that kidnapper, and one day she dressed in civil dress, and while moving in the area which was most prone to the kidnapping cases. So one man tried to approach her, and he asked her to take a lift. She accepted the proposal, and she sat in his car. And she found that there was a chlorofluorocarbon in his car, and she think that she must be a kidnapper. So she take out the pistol and catch the kidnapper, and her hunch was right, and all the 7 girls who were kidnapped were found in his apartment, and police and everyone praised her action.
Good evening, gentlemen. From the given picture, action of my story is saving the lives from hijackers of the passengers. My protagonist, Shyam, who is 30 years old, is a bus driver in Jaipur. One day, while driving the bus, he driving in remote area. He saw that two passengers got in the bus and traveling. After some time, they put on their guns and put on their gun on driver. The driver immediately assessed the situation and press the SOS emergency button and inform the nearest police station. He while he continue driving the bus and confuse them in conversations with the hijackers. After some time, the police were there and the police were there and neutralized the hijackers from threat.
Next.
So good afternoon, gentlemen. In the picture, he is a bus driver in a private bus company. While he was driving a bus from Delhi to Dehradun, he found that one day one lady get into his bus, and while driving the bus, the lady take out the pistol and try to hijack the bus and also compel the driver to not to stop the bus. So since Rahul was an NCC cadet, old NCC cadet, so he know how to handle this situation. He calmly drive the bus. While he was driving, he suddenly applied a sudden brake so that the lady fell down, and he immediately picked up her pistol, and he also tied her hand, and he handed over that girl to the police. And by this way, he has saved the lives of passengers. Thank you.
So Seema was inspector in NCB and she was posted in Greater Noida. She got intel from the Intel department that drug peddlers are smuggling drugs in the area to make students selective. And she thought about the parents who sent their children for bad future, and then she decided to take action on it. She made a plan of action and chose the spots for hotspots for the catching drug peddlers, and she found a bus which was the hotspot for drug exchange. She with her colleague and team decided got this spot and waiting for the bus to come. When the bus came, she caught the bus and caught the drug peddler with the hand the jar, and he also sent the drug peddler to jail and made the drug smuggling curtailed in that area. And because of her effort, drug smuggling was curtailed in Greater Noida. Thank you.
I think the majority of us are agreeing that
going with that
the
lady was in
on the point that
different service like police or like something.
There
So
was
go
a
with that team, and
female was
was
Should be our leader, man or female?
I think
transporting the drugs from one city to another.
I think we
So
can
go with
Who is
the team
our
that
leader?
one point in
Who
that.
should be our
information
protagonist?
and
The picture, it is
go
quite
and see
that
and both
Female, who should be
Yeah,
our
I think we
protagonist?
can do
the
that.
mood of the
That
and
picture is
then
okay.
to all of you,
that
you
will
will
Include in
recognize
that.
the
shape.
there can
theater in the park.
Let's see who is the hijacker. Who is the hijacker?
So we
It's a
can see.
Should be
theater.
our
I think it's a
protagonist.
But
theater.
we can
It is
see that the lady was
trying
not
to do a
covering the face.
PA.
So she
Hijack
must
or
be a
hijacker.
That is trying to
We can include
That lady
that.
pointing a gun
Include what
towards
are
the
you saying?
driver,
Cadet.
and we can see that
NCC
he is a bus
cadet.
if
driver
someone is
and
robbing
one
the
pointing
bus or
towards the
like
driver,
We can
one
in the
pointing
remote
towards
area.
the
yes,
face,
Asian
but
division.
the face of the lady is visible.
This would be our main
I think
protagonist.
He's holding
it's a theater group that is
that is a part
the
of
women's safety issues.
is going to be
Driving from a remote area.
Majority of you are agree that
Lady was
this
in
is our protagonist.
even
I think I
uniform.
know.
I would like to make
to agree.
3 points over here.
Why do you
Allow me to speak 3
I
points
think
over
it's a
here,
theater
gentlemen.
group that is trying to place all the women's
Allow me
safety
to
issues
speak
on
3
bus,
points
train,
over here.
and
Will be our
public market.
protagonist.
Gentlemen, I would like to add
theater
3
group that
points
is
over
trying to
here.
place
If you are a robber, then
Which
she
will
must
be
be
our
covering her
protagonist,
face.
male or female?
Police
bus,
officer
train,
who
or
is in a remote
market place.
area.
I would like to, gentlemen, I would like to add 3
Who should be
points
our
over
protagonist,
here.
male or female?
Go with
Decide.
that. Lady was in police or the
Our
forest
protagonist,
service.
male or
Male
female?
50 years.
LCB as per said
I think the
in
character
the
is
supposed
50
story that
years.
she was an LCB officer.
Character should be male or female? Decide.
Your point is very clear. Ma'am, I would like to agree with your point over here.
determine as per the given facts. Gun right or original gun or maybe
So I think Achyut, we
and
can
we
make
can
a
go with
story
the
around a trip going on, a tour, small trip going on
No,
somewhere, and
Okay, 1 second. Ashutosh, can you turn on your mic? बात करो कुछ. Say something.
So, gentlemen, I think we can add some common points. Can you hear me?
Okay, okay. But fix your this internet issue. Yaar. It's killing so much of this. See, this will create the problem in the discussion.
आवाज नहीं आ रही?
आ रही है भी ठीक है, but not coming properly. काफी disturbance आ रहा है. Discussion नहीं हो पा रहा है इस वजह से. Fix your cam, like fix your audio by tomorrow, okay? और इंटरनेट कहीं और बैठो, छत पे जाके बैठो, whatever, but fix it. otherwise पूरा ग्रुप खराब हो जाएगा. Okay. And Kamal, when you like when you discuss or narrate your story, turn off your fan over your head. Okay. That creates sound noise. Everyone. Laksh, तुम कहाँ पर बैठे हो यार? Which place you are sitting? Delhi?
yes, Gurgaon.
तो ठंडा है क्या मौसम उधर?
तो यहाँ पे थोड़ी मतलब आंधी और थंडरस्टॉर्म मतलब टाइप हो रहा है थोड़ा.
अच्छा. Yeah. ठीक है. Okay, guys, please continue your discussion. And Saurabh,
So we can make a small, simple story.
Lady was in uniform. She was not a
Kidnapping should be our main theme of the story. Yes, Vivek, I agree with you. Undercover agent. I agree with you. Undercover agent.
Make a simple story we can make a simple story. I don't think there was a drama.
Lady as an
we can add
Undercover agent should be our
training. That's
We can consider a lady from NCC background. I think it will be good because we can consider
inspector should be our main story.
because in NCC training, guns and ammunition training is provided.
Public place. It's a public place, no?
Should be our main.
Lady was from police officer.
From one of the sources that
I think majority of persons are agreeing that the lady was from the NCC background and there was a small trip going on for Agra. I think that majority of us are agreeing that there was a small trip going on.
I would like to add only 3 points over here.
Female should be our main lead.
That first of all, there are no drivers on the left side in India. If you all agree with that,
gentlemen, I think majority is going with the team of smuggling the drugs and she got them. She was a lady officer in police department.
Story should be around
She was taking
Bus driver cannot do
Let's is an
consider
author and the lady is a gambler.
It was
Can we
being
do
done
that?
by a
hijack
terrorist.
the bus.
So
Okay,
NCC girl,
we can consider that
girl,
person
is
who is
not a
driving
good-
is one
good
of the
part, I
she
person who
saved
is
the
hijacked the
she
bus.
saved the
Not
passengers.
the
protagonist
driver.
as
a female.
Can go that side holding a gun or it is going with that the lady
Female
is
should
in
be our
uniform.
friend. Vivek, you are
The lady is
driver.
a culprit of the gambler.
And
Let's
what would
assume
be
the
your
driver was
story?
kidnapped.
Assume that he
Kidnapped
Majority is going with
by
that.
the conductor. From the
Kidnapping should be our story.
girl
over here, right?
and
driver
NCC girl tried
You
to
agree
save
that
that
kidnapping should be our
bus
story.
from
driver
kidnappers.
I think
NCC
the
girls
majority of us
can't-
are agreeing
Yes,
for
yes, yes,
first
yes.
point. One
Cadets
point
can't
is
take the
that
weapon
Kidnapping.
into
the
Everyone,
lady
I
was
think
from
majority of
NCC
you agree that
background
kidnapping should be our
and
story.
she helped the passenger
So
which was going on a
Kidnap.
trip. So
we
she
can
helped the passenger
gentlemen,
by her
No,
Vivek,
defensive
Vivek,
acts.
I would like to
not
add a
good
point over here.
kidnapping.
Vivek, I
I
would
think
like to
kidnapping should be the
Umesh,
good story.
I would like to add a point over here.
Let's make
First
Sachin,
of all,
not you agree that
gentlemen, please
kidnapping and
kindly let me
females,
speak. Kindly let me speak. Kshitij,
female.
kindly let me
Okay,
speak.
okay, Achut, go ahead. Achut,
Okay.
go ahead.
First of all, let me speak for 20 seconds, gentlemen, please. Okay, so I would like to add 3 points over here. Kindly give a thought to that. First, that in India, drivers don't sit on the left side of the bus. Everyone would agree
Achut,
to
we
that.
are not
Second,
consider him as a driver.
second,
We are consider him as the person who has hijacked the bus. We are not
Yeah,
consider him
yeah.
as driver.
I think
okay, if
Okay,
Which
we
the driver is
consider
sitting,
him as a
gentlemen.
person
Achut
who
point is
has
pointless. I think
hijacked
Achut
the
is
bus,
pointing
and his friend who is
nonsense thing.
behind him is asking cash from the passenger. So we are consider
okay.
both of them who are asking cash from the passengers, and the lady is
Okay,
from
so
the
I
NCC
think, gentlemen,
background,
it's not
and he
important
saved
as
all
which
the
side
passengers.
the person
So
is
I
sitting.
think majority of
NCC,
us
that's
are
not a
agreeing
good
this.
police officer
thing.
Security
And
for the vehicle for
Vivek,
taking the
team of
weapon.
that it is
officer
not
will be a bit
protecting girls from
dicey
kidnapping.
because
I think that's
police
a good
officer
story.
would
that
not
will that will
travel
be a
in a bus.
fantastic
We
NCC, I
consider a normal passenger
story.
who is from a
NCC is
NCC
not
background. A normal passenger we can
Okay,
consider. We can make a
So
simple
we
story.
can consider
I
her to
don't
be
think
an
that
NCC background. She is trained to do
So,
so, and also
gentlemen,
she is
I
trained
think
to
we can
Because in
consider the
NCC we
election
are
duty
trained with the
Can be
guns
from
and
the
ammunition
police
basic
also.
primary.
Kidnapping.
going for the election duty.
Ah,
We can
NCC
go with the
background.
Who's having the
Majority
weapon?
of us.
The lady protect
If
In the
someone
left,
have
it
I
can't
think
be
we
any
can
we can
also
push
agree the
forward.
election duty expert.
or anything.
All us agreed about the NCC expert.
is the protagonist, so
okay.
we can
So
proceed further
Umesh,
for the
Umesh, if you
Female
have
should be
a
our
different point of
female
view, you
should be
can
our
share.
protagonist. I agree with
gentlemen.
Umesh.
Kshitij, let
Umesh
Umesh
should
speak
be our
Most of us
protagonist.
agreed about the female
okay,
as
so
the protagonist,
Female,
so we
yes,
can
yes.
proceed with that.
Female should be our protagonist.
Yes,
Yes, I agree with you,
Election
Achut.
duty
Okay,
expert also.
so Umesh, we have
Should
agreed.
be our
We have
protagonist.
discussed this point. Okay, she was from NCC background.
So
So
there
we have concluded a simple story
and
that
we
a
can
bus
also
was
the
going
election
for a
duty
small
also.
trip, and
Now,
the two men have
Laksh, I don't
hijacked
agree with you
the
about
bus.
NCC background.
And
That is not a good story.
is actually the majority of the group member have agreed that
story, right?
from
So
NCC
election
background.
duty expert also. Gentlemen, I think we can add NCC plus election duty.
Astos, what I think. So speak. Listening,
that the
Astos,
person
speak.
has saved the passengers.
Gentlemen, NCC
What
doesn't
would be your
provide
point?
for
NCC plus election duty also.
hijack.
Gentlemen, we can go with the idea of air gun
Police
also.
inspector.
Provide these type of quality
Police inspector versus
training.
NCC.
Girl handled that
Police
the
inspector
local
versus
police.
NCC. What would be the theme?
Gentlemen, we can proceed with the undercover agent holding a gun.
Gentlemen, we can
Gentlemen,
consider
I
that
was an
all
undercover
agents
agent.
are being used.
Let's go simple. See the police officer.
Undercover agent is
I
also
think the majority of us are agreeing.
Vivek, undercover agent should be
Want
our.
to put you forward.
Gentlemen,
Undercover agent for the search, either for the drugs or for the
Lady
robbery.
officer in police.
Okay.
Undercover
Agent
to Dehradun, and while going from Delhi to
what is the
Dehradun, they
scenario? We need
encounter
to
some of the
gentlemen, we need to
passengers that are
discuss
being
about the scenario.
No.
that are
If
being
everyone agrees
kidnapped by
that
some of the
we can
kidnappers,
Majority
and
of
the
you agree
NCC
that
girl
female should be our
tried to
protagonist and undercover agent.
all passengers. After that,
I think the election duty can also
Sachin,
be
are you agree
added
with
plus
undercover agent?
Searching for the drugs. Most of us agreed about the drugs.
Okay, guys, besides Kshitij,
Sachin, are you
is
Carry
agree
gun
with
because he
anyone
was
is
an
there
undercover
who do not
agent.
agree with
Okay, gentlemen, please stop it. So let me divide the group into two. Okay. Group one is Viral, Lakshya, Sachin, Achyut, Kshitij, Umesh, Negi, and Rupak. That is group one, and rest of it in group two. Group one, please start your discussion.
So I think majority of
Gentlemen,
us are agreeing that there was a
Majority
smoke
of
trip going on for some place, and there were two person who have hijacked that bus, and they were asking
Yes.
about the cash from the passenger. But a person
Yes.
who was a lady, she was from
Sachin,
the
are you
NCC
agree?
background, or she have a basic defensive training, and she just grabbed that gun from that particular person, and she saved the life of the passenger. I think majority of us are
Yes,
agreeing.
and to solve Achyut's
Majority
problem,
of
I
us
believe
are
we
agree.
can take
No,
this scenario
majority
outside of
majority
India
of our
since he
majority
believes that
of our
the
are
driver
agree with
doesn't
that.
sit on the
I
left
completely
side,
agree
so
with
we
that.
will take
But
it outside India.
the male who is sitting over there with
Settlement
the
of
friend
gone
about
with
him,
it.
is he a
Settlement of gone
hijacker?
that
I think
he was
Gentlemen,
maybe a
one by
yes
one
or
we
no.
can put
Okay,
our
we agree
points.
with the female
Achyut, you can
protagonist
go ahead.
part.
The male who is sitting over there, is he a hijacker or a passenger?
He is one of the
Hijacker, I
person who
guess.
have hijacked. So
He's a
two person
driver.
are
Okay.
there. One is
So
driving the bus, and the second one is asking cash from the passenger. So this
and
is
the
what we have
the
decided.
lady is
yeah,
what
we
she's
can
role.
go
Okay,
with that.
The lady is a
The
normal
lady is an
passenger, but
NCC.
she has been
Yeah.
trained for the defense, and
And
So
she
we
was
agree
a
with
background from
undercover
NCC.
or
I
We can make
inspector
a
part.
I would like
simple
to
story, I think.
I would like
How she
NCC
can
or
carry a
Has a
gun?
knowledge
simple
How she
about
can
passenger.
carry a
karate and
gun?
judo
okay.
also.
I would like
How
to
she
ask
can carry a
Maybe
gun?
she has
question
a
over here.
knowledge
If
about
she
I
is
would
karate
an
like
and
to
judo
NCC
also and some
candidate,
other
then I don't
defensive
think
if you
techniques.
allow me
And
to.
if
Viral,
we take
what's
it,
So she can
if we
hold
what
her
take
is your
it,
defend
insight?
herself
Viral,
without
are you agree
gentlemen,
with
if
that
we take her
story?
as a NCC cadet, NCC
yeah.
cadet also cannot carry a gun because
Yes,
I
there
would
are
like
I
to
agree.
No,
I
no,
would
the
like to
gun
ask
is
this
gun
question.
is
And I would
Gun is
like
of the
to
of a person who have
hijacker.
hijacked the bus.
Plus your
The gun is
story
not of a
is
The gun is of
lady.
the
that
hijacker.
Gun
solid
You
is
guys
from
are
the
saying
friendship.
he's
person
driving the
who
bus.
she
Story
has
As
is
well
not
as
that
grabbed.
he's
simple,
pointing
let's
the
say.
gun
She's trained in the
at the
defense.
then
Right.
how she pointed the gun
I
towards
just
her?
want to make a simple point.
No.
Hijacking is not a
She is trained
hijacking
in.
things of past. It's not a current time
so
scenario.
gentlemen,
You
we
can
Police,
can
say
also
hijacking
go
uh,
with
was
she
female
She
is
hijacking
is
from
protagonist
trained.
and
The
she
female is
should be a
trained,
then
right?
you
police
can't see a
inspector
like
and
that.
protecting
This
the
is
girl
disturbed
from
area.
kidnapping.
gentlemen
Hijack
there
from
Okay.
the bus
gentlemen
Gentlemen,
also
And
speak
we
one
have
by
there
one.
can be a
Gentlemen,
yes or no
ladies,
also.
speak one by one so that we can conclude the points. Speak one
disturbed
by
area.
one.
It's not
Gentlemen,
Gentlemen,
this
can I add a
this
point over here?
lady
Yes, I
inspector
think
is
one by
he's
one we
saying
by
can
the
one.
male is putting
gentlemen,
a
speak
point
one by one
forward.
so that we
Let's
can
Right.
conclude.
Okay, now group 2, please start your discussion. And group 1, keep quiet.
So, gentlemen, let's
Gentlemen, as
assume
the
that
first
first
group
we
has
have decided
decided the
about the
lady as
trip
a NCC
from Delhi
cadet
to
trained
Dehradun.
and she
Let's
was
first decide that
traveling
it was a
normally.
trip from Delhi to Dehradun, and
She got the
the bus was being caught by the
she
the
seized
bus
the
was
gun
being
from the
caught by the
hijackers.
thief.
She pointed
And
he pointed that gun
let's
on
assume
the
that
bus driver.
the person
That
who
was
is
one of
pointing the
the
gun is a
hijackers.
from
He then
traffic police.
he
And
then
he
cocked the
was
gun and she told the driver to
let's
take
assume that the
to
girl who was
to take the
pointing
further
at
steps
the
like
pointing at the
uh,
driver was a
So gentlemen,
and then
sub-inspector
she
from Dehradun police who got information from the intelligence agencies. So according to that intelligence agency's report, she went there and handed she arrested she arrested all the
she laid the naka in
Yes,
the
I agree with
nearby
the fellow gentleman
that
that
road,
he was
and then with the
pointing at the
help of
driver because
subordinates
he
they searched the bus and then they took the drugs in their custody and then put them
let's
in
not
jail
assume
and do
there was
the
there
further
was only
he was pointing
hijacking
towards
of
then
the
driver.
she
bus.
did the
It
further
was
He
document
was yes.
presented them
can't be
before the
hijacking of the
magistrate.
bus.
I think
Authorities
we should go with that story and we have discussed enough, so we
Gentlemen,
should nominate the leader and narrate the story to the same.
so it is quite clear that it
gentlemen,
was
he
a
was
bus
pointing
from
directly
Delhi to
towards the
Dehradun who
driver
was going.
And I
But
pointed
puts that to
He's
looks most
so
welcome.
how many of you agree that it was a trip that was captured by the hijackers? It was a trip that was captured by the hijackers, and upon the information from intelligence agencies, a sub-inspector
Deepak,
from
I think we
Uttarakhand
should go
police.
with the second. We should go with the second story because it's more of like simple and
Yeah,
then it's more logical. So we should go
which
with
one?
that
Which story?
second story,
I
like
think
drug
we
peddling.
should say that it is a part of a NCC practice drill or something like that. All are NCC
But first
students
group has
and
already made a story related to the group that was, a journey that was being hijacked by some of the hijackers, and they have discussed that it is NCC cadet who was, upon their discussion, found out that it is not feasible for a
Yeah.
NCC cadet to carry a gun.
Deepak.
So let's
The
make
lady
it
was also in
let's make
uniform.
it a sub
Deepak.
inspector
She
who
was
got
in
information,
uniform, not like
and upon
They
this
put-
discussion we can
Deepak,
continue from
wearing
there.
the proper
One of the
uniform.
hijackers.
You can
they
see
put
Okay, gentlemen. Now I'm giving the last 30 seconds. Discuss among yourself and do let me know who will be able to. Everyone start.
Guys, I think all of would
think we
agree
should
that
nominate the Deepak for the comment story.
all you have taken as wrong. The thing is, the NCC candidate
And
did
over
not
the
have any
and
gun.
the
Have the
over the
gun
points
from the
necessary.
person who was, hijacked the bus.
Definitely
We
police
can go with the
should be
idea of
avoided.
hijacking and
We should nominate the Deepak as
You
he
cannot include
all the
each
points of
passenger
the
because
members and
for
he
a
should
small
narrate the
hijack,
story.
intelligence agency cannot be
he was
included.
sitting in that
Agents
Yes,
can
I
be
agree with
included in
this.
terms
We
of
can nominate the
light hijack.
We have to
But
choose like that.
intelligence agency cannot be involved in terms of
Intelligence
all
agency,
bus
he can
I
check
agree
hijacking.
with
that
Abhishek.
girl was from
involved in that.
girl was from
He was
I think you would agree that intelligence
I
agency would
agree
not
that there was
involve in
a
a bus
CC.
hijack, in a normal bus
and
hijack.
but you
pass
also
the
agree that it was a sub
So
inspector
now
who was going to intelligence channel. By chance, they got
Particular girl from kidnapping.
got that person.
It should be the main story, and I think
We should. I think, guys,
If
we
we go with
should.
the
We should
hijack area,
now nominate our leader.
I think we can make a simple
Yes,
story.
we
Okay,
can
the
nominate
leader. Your
and
line is
simple
not a
story.
story.
A
Nominate
trip was
leader.
going on. There were two buses
let's nominate
involved in
a
a
leader.
hijack.
We should nominate the Deepak for the
Cash from
comment
the
story.
passenger, and a lady who was from
Laksh,
the NCC background grabbed the gun
Laksh,
and saved the passenger and
Okay.
called the police immediately and handed over to the
Laksh,
police.
majority of you not
Quite
agree with you.
simple
Laksh,
Says that
story,
the girl
and
was from
majority
police.
of us are
agree
agreed.
by
I
majority.
They have the
Laksh,
right
your
to
story is
carry
not
on.
agreed by majority.
we
Laksh.
can assume that the sitting
Guys, I think we should
Anyone have a different
there was a
It's
CCTV
not
camera in the bus.
civics to put forward their points.
It was directly.
Everyone,
the
police,
lady that
ladies, police.
Let's decide.
Okay, everyone, please stop it now. Let me know who's your operator. Tell me who's your operator.
Deepak sir.
Deepak,
I would
I
like to
think so,
nominate
Deepak
Deepak
sir.
sir.
I
Because
think
he
it's
added all the points of the
Lakshya's
members.
story was related to more closer to that. So I would like to hear Lakshya's stories.
Laksha, sir.
Tell me one name, who's your operator? Fast.
I will
One
go
name.
with Deepak.
Sir, Laksh, sir. I'm going with
Deepak.
Laksh.
I think Laksh.
Okay,
Yes,
Laksh.
I,
Laksh.
sir,
All,
I will go
Let's go
with
with
Laksh.
Laksh.
Okay, sir.
Lakshya should nominate
Laksh, sir.
I
all
think
agree with
sir,
Laksh?
Deepak.
Yes, sir.
All,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Yeah. Tell me who's your operator.
Laksh, sir.
Lakshya, sir.
Okay, gentlemen, take
Lakshya,
more.
sir.
Okay, fine. Take more 30 seconds and let me know. Quick, discuss among yourself and let me know. 30 seconds more. Go for it.
Lakshya. I would like to.
Laksha, you are our.
I would like to tell you some points. Tell you some points.
Whosoever is having a different point of view can put forward their point. Starting with
I would
Lakshya.
like to. I would
Lakshya, I
like
think we
to.
should
I would like to
narrate the story that the group was going on. With the group going on, you should
Shubham, speak what you're saying.
add the point to the first story only that you were discussing about.
Combine both the
Also
stories.
read
I'm
that
speaking.
there was a CCTV camera in the bus.
Please listen, Shubham, what he's saying.
Try to overcome the
Okay, please, fine. Vivek, back. Now tell me who's your operator.
Lakshya.
Lakshya, sir.
Laksh.
Lakshya, sir.
All agree with Laksh?
Yes.
Yes,
Say
sir.
yes or no. Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Laksh, please go for this. Go ahead.
So, sir, taking consideration of all the group members, we have come to a common story wherein a small trip was planned where number of girls was traveling in that bus. Two person came in hijacking that particular bus, and they asked the cash for all the passenger. The second person was driving the bus, but a bold lady, show a bravery, and she snapped that particular gun from one of the person who have hijacked the bus, because she was from an NCC background and she has a basic training for the same. So she grabbed that particular gun and she went to the driver and she pointed the gun to his head and she asked him to stop the bus. Meanwhile, her friends who were traveling in the bus also supported with that particular response to her, and they called the police, and immediately they sent the custody to the police officer. Then and there, the local police awarded them for the bravery and their bold nature. I think this was the group story, sir.
Is it story or individual story, gentlemen? Group story or individual story? This
Group story, sir.
Group story.
Group story, sir.
Group story, sir.
Group story, sir.
Group
Okay,
story,
fine.
sir.
Okay, fine. Deepak, now give the group story.
So the group has decided that it was a trip from some place, Delhi to Dehradun, and some passengers were going there, and it was a fully loaded bus. It was being hijacked by uh, someone from the terrorist background, and there was a one lady who was trained for NCC, who was an NCC cadet also earlier, but now she was also a sub inspector in Uttarakhand Police. So she tried to counter the terrorist and handed over it to the police authorities. And later on, that police authority subjected and took the terrorist into the custody and found that they were the very uh, notorious criminals. So that lady was awarded with the state award. And so this is the group story.
Okay, so all agree with the story? So that was his story or group story?
Group story, sir. Group story.
Okay, great. So tell me, Achut, among Laksh and
Yes, sir.
Deepak, who do you think could be the potential leader? If you want to choose one, after listening their story, confidence, narration,